yeah, it was like getting served these like perfect leads on a silver platter, and they were cheap. My name's Jake. I run a garden maintenance and landscaping business in Sydney.
What was the state of your ad account prior to joining if you were running any ads?
So we had run ads a year and a half ago and had really good success. To be honest, the issue was that we paid a person, like a consultant, effectively a one-off fee to set them all up, and he worked with us for 3 months until they were working. Because we run a seasonal business, once we started going to winter and the ads sort of stopped working, but we're still spending a lot of money, I actually couldn't get a hold of the guy to sort of manage it. And at that point, we turned the ads off and then tried to use other acquisition channels, which worked, but it wasn't as reliable, or at least I didn't have enough time to do the volume to make the sort of outbound that we were doing reliable. Um, so I did have some capacity of an idea. I interviewed a lot of agencies to try and find someone who could do it because I thought it was above my technical ability. And they clearly, like, I didn't know much about running ads, but I knew enough that the sort of campaigns they were trying to push me to and stuff, they clearly did not know what they were doing. Like, they were trying to get me to do display ads and this sort of thing, and I've never clicked a display ad in my life. I don't think anyone has. And I don't think you need to be an ad expert to sort of know that, and they're pushing really hard to sell you, right? So I to be completely honest, I had seen the ads on Meta, um, which is obviously it works really well because I've never clicked on an ad on Meta either. But but I'm pretty hard to buy online. But anyway, I clicked the ad and I filled out the thing really quickly, the funnel, the lead form thing. And to be completely honest, I actually thought you guys were an agency. Um, and sorry, I got another call. And I jumped on the call with Jake, and I just thought it was an agency. And then he's like, "Yeah, we teach you how to run ads." And I've always thought, well, if I could do that, because I actually come from a sales background, I'm not from traditionally like a trade background. Um, I would just, I'd be like a rainmaker. I'd be able to, this would be the missing thing. Um, anyway, so I bought it on the spot, and I think within a week, maybe I launched the ads within a week, but within maybe 3 days after that, I'd brought in like no shit. It was like 5 grand of work or something, and like a good portion of that was maybe 3 grand of that was recurring work on a monthly basis, and they were all like our ideal clients in the area we wanted to work in. So yeah, it was like getting served these like perfect leads on a silver platter, and they were cheap. Like the first month, I did turn the ads off because I went on holiday a few weeks later. But we spent $500 in the first month, and I think we got 2 grand or 3 grand back in cash collected inside of 30 days. So we'd already made heaps of profit before we even paid Google. And again, a lot of it's recurring, so that's not including the tail. Based on our current metrics, it's like, I think our ROAS based on the average client time, or like, but they stay with us and stuff, it's like 50 to 1.
Yeah,
It's
wow.
insane. Yeah, it's insane. In cash collected in the first 30 days in like gross profit, it's a little bit lower. It's like more like 2 to 1, but it's still, I haven't had to put more of my own money into the ads because they're sort of self-funded, like,
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah.
So I actually had to go buy another car, and then I was on the call with Brandon yesterday being like, how much cash do I need to get off the tools and like grow the second team and stuff? And mind you, we're in winter, right? I'm in a seasonal business. All my competitors, because I'm quite friendly with them all, are like working part-time, and I'm scrambling on WhatsApp and Gumtree trying to get extra guys in. So, and we're booked out like a month, which is never happened. Like, I'm used to working 3 days a week in winter, or at least in the past. We're a relatively young business, only like 2.5 years old, but still, winter's always been hard. And we're working like 6 days a week and booked out a month. And I'm like telling customers like that we don't like that, come in like, we don't, like, if they're not like perfect for us, like we're full like cherry picking at this point.
Like
And
sending them away. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like, like I'm being a bit of a princess with it. Like if they're not like perfect, like but that's just because like we have so much leads now, and on top of that, we raised our rates 50%, and
Yeah.
that still didn't stop them coming. So I don't even know what I'm going to do in spring and summer when we're in the on season. Um, it'll I'll have to like turn the ads off or something. I'll never turn them off, but
You're gonna
I'll
have
have to.
to give your competitors a job at this rate.
No, seriously, like people like calling and they're like, "Oh, do you, can we subcontract and stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you can." But um now it's like, yeah, it's fixed. And it's good because like my guys as well, I feel so much more confident. It's always been hard in the past. My business structurally has a lot of turnover with staff.
Mm.
Um it's kind of hard to invest in people because for a lot of people it's just a stepping stone job, which is fine. But I've got a few good guys at the moment, and you really want to hold on to them, and it can be really stressful because you're like, you want to maybe give them the pay raise or I don't know, and tell them that this is going to be a longer term thing. But we never really knew where the next job was coming from, and we do get a lot of word of mouth, of course, but it's here and there, and we're driving all over Sydney, and it's not targeted, right? Whereas now, like it's a nice feeling to excuse me, when my staff are like, oh, I've found this apartment by the beach and it costs this much more. Like, do you think we're going to have work and stuff? Like, and I'm like I'm having different conversations where I'm like, yeah, like we're really like I really need you, and they're like, okay, so I can like apply for the more expensive apartment. They're making more money,
Yeah.
um, and I'm
Wow.
like, yeah, it's a lot in a very small amount of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, that is epic. So tell me a little bit more about it. Next steps for you. You're obviously made a massive result and you're wanting to kind of step back off the tools and have a
Yeah,
team run. Tell
yeah.
me, what has allowed you to get here? Obviously, consistent business. Have you, employed more staff because of this? Obviously, you're retaining a bunch of staff because you're able to pay them more. But tell me a little bit more about your business growth and where you want it to be.
Um, that's a good question. So I definitely we will double this year because of it, at least. Maybe more than that, maybe two and a half times. I the thing that will slow my growth is not the ads. Um, it's more operational. Like I won't, I need to hire if I could hire and train as quickly as the ads worked, then we could grow way faster. But it's not the ads. We could double, triple the ads and it would be fine. So yeah, I guess for me, we just want to get to like $1 million a year in turnover. Um, and then at that stage, I'll need to sort of look at the numbers and work out. I need to get like a general manager and all of that and then keep going. But yeah, I don't know how much scale this particular business model has. Probably we'll actually look at maybe franchising. But again, the ads will be a massive thing because like franchising is just like um, it's effectively a big marketing agency for a bunch of smaller operators, right? So that's the longer term vision. I don't know when we'll get there, but that's the goal.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit about your results. So, like, just ballpark, I know you already kind of did it, but how long have you been in the program? What were you doing when you started, and what are you doing now, if you're happy sharing?
Yeah, so turnover is I think our recurring turnover was maybe 15,000 a month, and then we fill the rest of the month with a bunch of projects. I don't know the full top line off the top of my head. It varies a lot month to month just because of how much materials you might use. So some months would be as high as 60 grand, but it's bloated, whereas others could be like 30, but you have the same profit. But I would say, yeah, we've almost doubled our recurring revenue, which is like amazing from a forecasting standpoint. In terms of leads coming in, it's like, I don't know, 10x.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, the only reason our top line hasn't grown more is because I had to go buy another car and I have to go put more people on. But we're booked out like crazy and we're a lot more profitable too, ironically, even though we're spending money on ads and stuff, because we've raised our rates, we can do less work and make more money. But we're doing more work at higher rates. So we're just making more money.
Yeah, happy days. And out of the program, what have you found the most beneficial? Like, have you appreciated the workshop or the advisory calls or the team? Like, what do you love the most about it?
I think the advisory calls, but I say that with the caveat. that you need to actually watch the workshop and do it properly. I think I probably spent minimum of maybe 20 to 30 hours, which is a lot. And I did it in a very small amount of time. Watching the workshop, replaying it, like really doing everything line by line, exactly as it was said. And then, to be honest, I haven't spent as much time in the advisory calls as I would like just because of time, because I'm busy doing work now, which is good. But those were super helpful. I think it particularly helps if you try and do the advisory calls with the same coaches or whatever you call them, because they know your business, and then you're not like they know your stuff, right? And they sort of know the structure of your campaign and all of that. Um, if anything, I texted Jake the other day and I was like, I want, not because it's not working, but I want more one-on-one time, because I don't want to just be basic at this. This is something I actually, turns out I really enjoy the marketing side.
Mm.
This is something I want to get really good at. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it. And if anyone was sitting on the fence, what would you be telling them?
Yeah, do it. 100% do it. But you have to put the time in. And it's not, I don't think it takes much time to become profitable. Like we paid off the whole course.
Within that month,
Yeah.
hey?
Sorry.
Within that first month.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah, yeah. Like well and truly. I mean, what do you do? Like did the payment thing, the plan, but I probably should just pay it all off now. But like, no, we paid the whole thing off almost instantly. So yeah, I would just don't be a little bitch. Just do it. I was super on the fence. Hey, like I'm super conservative. I'm trying to work on taking more risk and stuff. But it's so it's the most predictable thing now. It's like, and it's fun because you can turn your ad spend up, and it feels like you're gambling, but you're the house. Like, because you know the numbers within like a little bit of like variance, but not really. Like it's super
Yeah.
predictable. And that's probably the best feeling. I'm like, I know where my next dollar is coming from. I'm not stressed. If someone's a fuckwit, we can fire them as a client. Um, and I'm just like super confident that now I can grow. And I don't know what it looks like to get past 1 million, but I know that this was always the biggest issue in my business, because when I had good staff, I couldn't invest in them because I didn't know how, we might be booked out 2 weeks, but then I didn't know where the next job would be, right? After that. So yeah, it's been like it's a weird thing. It's just made so much changes in my life, because I'm just so much more confident with my business and income now, right? Yeah, it's been really good. It's had a lot of like second order effects that I never would have guessed. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
not just like making that up. Like that was like, honestly, I feel like I've treaded water for 2.5 years. If I'd done this like when I started, oh my God, I don't even know where I would be now.
I was actually chatting with a member the other day and we were talking about it, and he just kind of mentioned, he's like, oh, it's all the technical stuff, yes, but it's like the biggest thing for him was like confidence in decisions, confidence in being able to, hire staff and know that you're not going to have to run out of work for them and it would be an awkward conversation,
Yeah.
confidence in actual income coming through the door. Like, he's like, it's all just gives you confidence in what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the reason you started this job.
I think if you're willing to put in the work, um, yeah, you'll get really good results.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, but if you don't want to do the work and you just want like it done for you or something, or you're lazy, like you will not get results. Like you can't just go in with the mindset that you're gonna watch 20 minutes of the course and then jump on an advisory call and then hit go. Like I think you need to put at least like 40 hours into it, but then it's unlocks the growth for the rest of your, you know, however long you want to be in that business.